Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing fine. So today I'll be speaking to you about my experience as a teaching assistant and as a research assistant. So I've had the opportunity of serving as teaching assistant and as a research assistant in this university. So I've gotten a research assistantship and I've also gotten a teaching assistantship. So what are the difference between these two and which one did I enjoy most, and what is my perspective of these two? Okay, firstly, teaching assistantship is just like a funding given to you to teach a student, which can be undergrad, it can be probably teaching their labs or helping them solve questions or something they call office hours. So this office hours, students will come in and ask you questions about what they've done in their classroom. So expect you to know more than them because you are a postgrad student while they are undergrad. So you try to explain what seems like they don't know. So you try to explain to them. So that is one of those things that a teaching assistant do. The teaching assistantship role differs from school to school. So the role they'll give you in your university might be different from the role they'll give me. So, but mainly what all these role entail is you teaching, you explaining, you helping out students with their coursework. So that's aside. So for the research assistantship, it's just like they are giving you money or funding to work as a research assistant, which means what you mainly be doing is research. You are not to teach their students or teach any lab or do any office hours. So you are just to be in your lab doing research, and sometimes this research might be part of your thesis, which means if your supervisor has enough funding, he or she can give you this research assistantship, which means you just be in the lab working on different research. So I got this too. For my first semester, I got a research assistantship, while for my second semester, I got a teaching assistantship. So which one do I like most? Okay, for me, probably because sometimes I like imparting knowledge, I like teaching. So though it is very stressful because I have to still come into the lab to do my research. So that is one thing. You have to go to class, attend classes, do assignments, still come to the lab to do your research, which is part of your thesis, and you still have to teach. That is every week. So at least I teach twice every week, which means I teach for 4 hours. So 2 hours is one session, so I teach 2 sessions per week. So which means I must teach for 4 hours in a week. So which one did I enjoy most? Frankly speaking, the research assistantship is doesn't really entail too much stress and planning and all like that. You just have to come to the lab, do your work. If you have like 2 or more research, you do it then. But I found it like somehow boring because it can be somehow stressful depending on who your professor is. So if your professor is someone that is very demanding, just know that you have to work and work and work. And if you don't really like the area of research or project, so it might be something very difficult. So make sure you choose a mentor that you like his or her research and a mentor that is very understanding. So for me, the research assistantship was somehow like stressful, but for my teaching assistantship, was it stressful? Yes, because after teaching, I still have to grade every week. So my Saturday and Sunday is always very occupied. But the joy I got from teaching and trying to impact knowledge and getting to know people the more gives me like I don't really feel that stress. So because I'm able to relate with them the more, I'm able to fine-tune my interpersonal skills, I'm able to speak to them fluently the more because I'm able to like interact with them. And the more I was able to interact with the students, I was able to know more, get to know more people, get to know more places. So it is not just confined inside my lab, because if you are not careful, most times you'll just be inside your lab every day for the whole of the semester. If you are a research assistant, it is very difficult meeting new people and all that. Because what? Because you have to like work and work and work and do your research. So but for teaching assistantship, you go out to meet all these students, they come with their issues, their work problem and everything. So you're able to interact more, ask them questions, and you get to get more friends and all that, and you also get to fine tune your knowledge, because there are some things you thought you know that you might have forgotten, so you get to remember all those things. So it will also help you in your coursework, because as you are teaching them, you are knowing more and more. So it helps you to fine-tune your knowledge. So I found teaching very, very interesting. I found it very interesting, though demanding, because doing my research, going to classes, writing assignments, and teaching and grading at the same time, it is very, very demanding. I won't lie to you. So if you've gotten something like a teaching assistant in your first year, especially if it is from your first semester, the truth is it is very, very demanding. Very demanding. So you must know how to plan your time, do all sorts and all. So, and coming in as a researcher, as a teaching assistant in your first semester might be something. If you are not really someone who knows how to manage your time and plan, studying and everything, because of the knowledge gap we somehow have, it might be difficult for you managing your classes, managing your research, since you're just coming in knowing some tools and everything that you might not be familiar with before now, and also teaching, so it might be very complicated. So but I believe most schools normally do give research assistantship in the first semester, though it is not like a sure thing. But if you are able to get a research assistantship in your first semester, it might not be that difficult for you incorporating yourself into the world of the American society. But if you are given a teaching assistant, it's not something bad. You just have to know that you are coming in to work. It might be very stressful since you're not used to their weather, their food at all, but you'll be fine. So that has been my experience as a teaching and research assistant. So which one will I choose? Over and over again, I'll still choose teaching assistantship, because apart from the fact that I'm getting more experience in this area of teaching, there's something they call evaluation. So after your teaching every semester, these students get to evaluate you. So if you have a good evaluation, this can help you during your job search or something, if you decide to go into the line of teaching later after your postgraduate studies. So it will help you if you have good evaluation. Apart from that, it will help you hone your communication skills and speaking skills. It will also help your interpersonal relationship. So I think that will be all for today. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly click the subscribe button. I also click the notification button to get notified whenever I post new video. I hope you've been able to learn something today. Have a nice time. Bye.